So, how did TF2 last so long? I'm here to answer that question and break it down, with the game and gameplay, obviously, because I don't know why you'd be watching this video if, you wouldn't see anything. But let's see what kept this game alive. So let's start with the gameplay. So the game, to be called, is a first-person shooter with hats. Obviously, it's a dress-up shooting game with, let's count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different classes with different things that they do, right? Yeah, because they do different things. Because if they didn't, that'd be quite boring. So first, the scout. The scout's fast, shoots shotgun, double jump, simple. Soldier, rocket, pyro, flames, demo man, grenades, heavy, minigun, big guy. Engineer, builds things like the name says. Medic, heals like the name, titled name, medic, heals, Sniper, snipes. Spy, stabs people in the back. That's simple. It's that easy. That is the ground, the simple kind of surface of TF2. But once you dig deeper into TF2's gameplay, you can do way more than you would think. We got sticky jumping, we got pogoing, we got rocket jumping, we got Scout's different items allowing him to get an extra jump instead of 2. We have Engineer being able to use a Wrangler to shoot himself further out and bring his sentry wherever he wants. Oh, and I also forgot that you can also trick stab. My bad. Oh, and hey, you can also market garden. I forgot to add that. With all these different things in the game, it allows people to build loadouts on the game, on the playstyle they want. They can change different weapons by acquiring them. The way you acquire them is either buying, finding them randomly with random drops, or trading. So, with all that being said, there's plenty of items to be used. With these items, you can change your gameplay and how you want to play the game with these different characters. These different characters, it builds up this game that can last forever. And imagine that. You're able to change the gameplay even with these simple characters. No? Just me. And adding on to the gameplay, there's maps. With these maps, okay, let's just say this whole debate between Overwatch and TF2, let's leave that alone, because one of the things was having only a small amount of maps, but that's exactly what TF2 had. TF2 started off with 7 maps. That's not a whole lot. And had no hats and no other weapons at the start. It started very small, coming out in 2007, October 10th, 2007, with the orange box. And after the orange box, it started getting a lot more attention, and it started growing through updates. With these updates, more maps and more weapons and hats were added, bringing the game to life and actually bringing a big and supportive fan base, allowing this game to last even longer than anyone would imagine. The community is holding this game together like glue. They're the glue to this game. They're the backbone. With this being said, of course Valve helps the community and listens to them, but not in recent years. We haven't got an update in 3 years, which everyone's still kind of waiting for that. Again, we still have to keep our hopes up. But you're not here for all this. You're here to see why this game lasted so long. The reason it lasts so long is items and hats, and the gameplay. The reason the gameplay is so good is they have solid hitboxes, and the sound of the gun firing, it's strong. It feels like you actually hit someone with the hit marker. It feels satisfying to land something and see that you've done 100 damage and you're almost about to kill someone. It feels satisfying when you do everything. Backstab feels satisfying. Rocket jumping feels satisfying. Just helping your team and pushing with an Uber feels satisfying. Like, the game works very well. It's very balanced, but there are some broken weapons. But I'm gonna throw that to the side. This game also has many different game modes, allowing, well, replayability, which is very important in first-person shooters because it can become very tedious very fast. This game has many different kind of game modes. Of course, you have like the normal payload, capture the flag, control point, attack, defend, the hill, like all these normal game modes you would find in your normal first-person shooters. But then it goes to payload race, misc, like medieval mode, probe, like doomsday. Then you also have pastime, where it's pretty much a sport in a first-person shooter. It's fun. There's also manpower. Manpower is pretty much just you, and you get a grappling hook and superpowers that you can pick up on the ground, or power-ups, or whatever. I don't know. It's fun. And then of course we have another one called Man vs. Machine. It's you fighting a bunch of robots. It's fun. Seems dumb, but like it's fun. You're fighting against a bunch of robots with like waves of robots coming at you with different powers and different abilities, which is quite fun. You can also get items by doing it, but first, of course, they need their money, so you have to buy a ticket for that. But you can still play normal Man vs. Machine, which I respect that, because they could have pulled a full EA and just made you have to pay to play that. Which, again, I respect that thoroughly, that they allowed you to play that game without having to buy it, because that's just good. That's good for a game's longevity. It allows people to play the game over and over and over again. But I'm just rambling now. Let's get on to the items of this game. So, the items. This game is packed full of a bunch of items and weapons that you can use at your disposal. Scout has plenty, Soldier has plenty, Pyro has plenty, Demoman has plenty, Heavy has plenty, Medic, like all the characters have plenty of weapons at your disposal. Of course you have to acquire them first. I've played long enough to get them all, thank God. But Scout can use the Boston Basher to build Uber with Medic. And that can help Medic build Uber. By the way, Uber is very important. Uber allows whoever the Medic is healing to become invincible, allowing players to push forward. Which is good, because it feels good once you destroy the entire team and take that point over, that capture point over. Like, that feels good when your entire team works together and pushes to get this goal that you're working for. And then Mad Milk, Scout can throw that at a player, and then there's Soaking Milk, weird, but allows other players that shoot them to get healed, right? That's very helpful for the team. Soldier can use the gunboats that allows him to take less damage each rocket jump and allow him to use it more and get to place to place faster, you know? And then the banner can help build up mini crits, help build resistance, help build like health and speed, which again helps your team out. With all these different items, it makes it feel, I don't know, like connected. It feels like you've done something for your team to help push forward. Pyro can do the exact same thing. Homewrecker can destroy sappers, that usually what sappers do is break down NG's buildings. Isn't good. You can also use the Scorch Shot to get rid of any sticky grenades. That can cause a big problem later on because it can destroy a sentry pretty fast. Demo can use, I don't know, to help his team. It's not a whole lot. But what a demo can do to change his gameplay up is add a shield, boots, and a sword, and what the community called it, Demo Knighting, which by the way is a blast. It's a lot of fun too. It's a lot of fun to play. But then there's Heavy. Heavy doesn't have a whole lot that changed. Does have a sandwich, that helps. He's able to heal himself with that and help heal teammates as well. Engineer, he can go from a defensive class to an offensive class. He can use the Wrangler and his wrench to build a big sentry that stays in place, and well, you can pick it up, but it's usually he will stay in one place. This thing will keep and hold choke points quite well, but on offense that usually won't work. So what you can do is equip the gunslinger and go out of your way And build a mini sentry. It's disposable and only has 100 health, but it's good. It allows the engineer to get an extra 25 health and push forward with his team, allowing, well, the engineer to be more mobile, which is good. Medic. Okay. There's the default medigun is probably the best medigun, but the other weapons are very good. But with the Crusader's crossbow and Uber Saw, it's amazing. The Crusader's crossbow can heal people from long distances, helping your teammate push forward. Like, if they're about to die and you're able to hit that perfectly, that guy could win the fight. Uber Saw. Whenever you hit someone with that, you build 25 Uber. I may be wrong on that, but you build Uber each hit, which means you should probably watch your back if a medic is going to hit you with that, because that means they're going to get Uber faster. Sniper. Sniper can use Durati or the Sydney Sleeper to get Durati pissed, pretty much, on other players, which, again, if your team shoots at them, it causes critical hits, and that can be really helpful for your team. Really helpful to stop players from pushing forward and can cause problems for the other team. And Sniper can also use the Huntsman, right, to be more offensive and less defensive with his Sniper and, having to keep distance. Huntsman, you don't have to scope in, and it's a lot easier. That's the nickname Luxman because it has a very big hitbox, let's just say. But yeah, the Huntsman allows Sniper to become more offensive instead of defensive and allowed to push up with his team, just like how the Gunslinger can help the Engineer. Spy doesn't have a whole lot, but what he can do is sap buildings, which disables buildings. They can't shoot and they'll start taking damage, which means if you can sap it at the right point and your team pushes forward, that sentry is gone, that teleporter is gone, that dispenser is all gone, allowing the team to just push forward. It's satisfying. This game just works together so well. It's like peanut butter and jelly. That is a perfect combo. If you don't like PB&Js, that's fine. But I don't know if I could be your friend. But I'm off topic. Next thing is probably what is one of the most important things, the community. Okay, like I said in my past statement, the community is the backbone of TF2. They have created weapons, well, not a whole lot of them get in. They've created cosmetics and maps for the TF2 team to use input into the game, which has, again, extended its longevity. There's also community maps allowing other players to play the different game modes. There's jump maps, there's all these, there's Saxon Hail, there's a bunch. There's death runs, there's a bunch of different custom maps and game modes that the community have created. The hats, that has held this game together quite well, actually quite well. I have spent some large sums of money into this game, some very bad financial investments. Some were worth it, some weren't, but it's fine. Again, off track, personal, doesn't matter, whatever. This game, community is probably the strongest community I've ever seen in any game. The community cares a lot about this game. They don't want to see this game fall because they haven't got an update, and that might drop the player base, which actually hasn't. TF2 has been doing better than most of the years, which is great. That's great to hear. But the community is the backbone. They've helped this game so much, and I have to say thank you for that, community, and thanks for helping this game out, because this was pretty much my childhood. I played this on my crappy Mac. Yeah, I've been playing this since I think 2nd grade. Damn. Well, okay, that's the community, and thank you for that. The community is amazing, and thank you all for helping this game out, because it means a lot. But with that being said, with the community, maps, and items, and all these other things out, I kind of want to dive in what TF2 really needs. Okay, before we do get into what TF2 needs, I want to say one thing.
What the fuck is random crits and why is it in the game?
If you guys don't know what random crits are you get a random chance to get a critical hit using anything. Which means you could be winning a fight, but all of a sudden some jackass gets a random crit using a rocket and you're dead. And then he just laughs at you. So you know what? I want to say something to Valve, personally.
Fucking remove it. I will hunt you down if you don't.
Thank you for your time. And now on to what TF2 needs. Okay, so this game, right, TF2, was released on with the orange box on October 10th, 2007. That is 2 years older than me. It's just saying quite a lot. And the thing is, this game has gone through a lot of problems and like neglect, and the game didn't start off strong, but once updates started rolling through and once people became very invested. By the way, you had to buy the game beforehand. It wasn't a whole lot. It came with the orange box, which was only $20, and you got 4 games with it, so I think that was a pretty good deal. It didn't have the strongest fan base at the beginning, but now it really does. But the thing is, what we need is an update. We need communication by the devs and just dev support in general. Not a whole lot of the TF2 team is working on TF2 anymore. They're moving on with their new game, Half-Life Alyx, but what I'm just gonna say is, if the dev even sees this, I don't think they will, but I just want them to help and at least try to communicate, tell us what's happening, because we've been left with nothing to go by for like several years now. We haven't got a single blog update. We haven't got any. The updates that we have gotten are trophy medals and like very small bug fixes, which is a little bit of a problem because we don't know what to do or what's gonna happen with this game. The game's going well right now, but we still want to know what's happening. So dev, please communicate and update. And that's really all I have to say. This game is probably the closest game I hold to my heart because it is the game that kind of started my love for video games. And that's saying a lot because I love the Wii, but I couldn't really play it all day. But this game, I've sat by it for a long time, 1,000 hours in this game. I could have had more if I had a computer for a little bit, but I didn't. So when I did get back, get a computer, this was the game that I wanted to play first, because it was a game that I've wanted to play over and over again, even throughout me playing on Xbox, on the console. And with that being said, thank you TF2 for being in that game. And yeah. Thank you. So hey, if you made it to the end of this video, what I have to say is thank you. This takes a long time for me to make because it's only me and I have to kind of go through because I've had to remake this script several times because I didn't like how it was made or structured. But what I do have to say is, if you did make it to the end of this video, thank you. I'm small, but I don't want to have to keep saying that, so I'm just gonna say thank you. I don't care if I'm small or not. I'm gonna put as much effort as I can and use my cracky and pubescent voice. Hopefully you don't mind that, but I'm just gonna say thank you for going all the way to the end of this video. So that means a lot. And also thank you for 100 subscribers. I know that's not a large milestone for you guys, but that's a large milestone for me. It means a lot. And also hitting 100 views means a lot as well, because I don't usually get that normally, and it means a lot to me. So thank you for that support. And if you did like this video and you want to help me out, hit that like button, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon if you want to stay informed of my upload schedule. I don't know, but what I'm trying to do is upload at least every month. And I know you've probably clicked off by now, but if you're still here, I'm gonna try to at least upload each month if I can. Oh, and about the coronavirus, for people that families are, well, stuck with that and have to deal with that, I apologize and I'm very sorry. I hope that you guys stay strong and my prayers are out to you guys. You guys are gonna go through and push through this virus and stuff like that, and right now everyone's pretty much stuck on online learning, and I'm gonna be starting that next week. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.